Looking at the White House here at 6:42, a lot going on in the political world, from health care, support for the mentally ill, and raising the minimum wage.
That's why Senator Tim Kaine is joining us this morning to talk about where he and other lawmakers stand on this topic. First, the minimum wage is one of the things that you wanted to talk about. Obviously, this is something that's gaining steam state by state. And as far as the federal government, where does it stand?
We will likely take it up in the Senate and begin the debate this week. I'm going to give a floor speech about minimum wage today. Minimum wage hasn't been raised for a number of years. The purchasing power of the minimum wage has eroded about 35% since the late 1960s, and right now you can work full-time at minimum wage, and if you've got a dependent or two, be beneath the poverty level. So our proposal is in 3 steps to raise the minimum wage to $10.10 and then index it to inflation going forward. And we think that that will definitely help the huge number of Americans that are working at minimum wage shouldn't work full-time and be beneath the poverty level.
Right. There's one report that came out that you need to make $18.92 just to afford in 2014 2-bedroom housing. This is from National Low Income Housing Association. But the opposition, the loyal opponents, say this will cost jobs, so we shouldn't raise the minimum wage. How do you respond to that argument?
Henry Ford had an interesting theory when he was, opening his first auto plants. He paid his workers a lot more than manufacturing workers were being paid at the time, and he said the reason he did it is he wanted them to be able to buy the cars they were making. The recession that we're in was a demand-driven recession. Consumer demand dropped, and we have a consumer demand-driven economy. If people can earn higher, they'll spend it, and that will help the economy out. And most of the studies show that there isn't any persistent job loss effect to minimum wage increases. In fact, in a consumer economy like we have, it should be helpful.
One of the other things that a major topic, of course, the deadline for the Affordable Health Care Act was last night. More and more people are signing up, still computer problems. One of the things that we were talking about in the break before this is that how mental health can be folded into this. We've had so many tragedies just over the last year alone here in the Washington, D.C. area with the Navy Yard shooting.
Connecticut, Colorado. We talk about gun control legislation, but at the heart of all of those, the Arizona shooting has been someone with an unreported, untreated mental health condition, and we're 3 weeks away from the anniversary of the Virginia Tech massacre.
7 years ago, April 16th, the horrible shooting at Virginia Tech when I was governor. And look, we learned some things, and we made some fixes to the gun laws as a result, but we all acknowledged after I impaneled a group of people to explore it that the bigger problems were the mental health system problems. We made some reforms then, but the reforms aren't all they should be. The tragic example this year of my friend, State Senator Cree Deeds, and his son, trying to get his son into mental health, some kind of an emergency treatment program for him, not being able to, his son then attacking his dad and killing himself a few months ago. There's huge need for awareness of mental health issues and smarter responses to provide treatment.
And he announced that it's not that streeting, putting kids on the street when they can't find a bed, is not going to happen anymore in Virginia. On the federal level, is there some sort of movement either within the Affordable Care Act or at least something on the table to try to talk about how to address this mental health crisis that we're having?
Well, you guys have already featured this on the show, but it is important for people to realize the Affordable Care Act required that insurance policies cover both mental health and physical health. It used to be pretty common that an insurance policy would cover physical health issues but exclude mental health issues. This is called mental health parity. Now there has to be coverage for mental health as well. And part of that is all about breaking the stigma. If you wouldn't cover mental health, why? Is there something wrong with that? Is there something wrong with the people? No. Mental health issues are just like other health issues. We've got to be open and discuss them. We've got to make sure people understand, where the resources are and that they will be covered if they seek mental health care, because we want to encourage people to seek assistance if they need it.
Senator Tim Kaine, thank you very much for being here with us.
Great to be here today.